All right, good evening. Welcome to episode 35 of Three Men on the Record. We've just been sitting here. We actually enjoy reading the chat, guys, about us being late. It's actually one of the highlights of our day or our show each week.
Best part of the
Reading
episode.
Thomas saying, "Where are we?" Um, Thomas, do
I
you arrive at work on time? I'm just asking.
no, no. He's 3 hours late. Look
It's
at the
3 hours
watch.
late. Thomas, you were supposed to be here on Monday. It's Tuesday. Where were you? So welcome in, guys. We're gonna have another fun episode. It's just the three of us today, and sometimes those shows are, they go under a little on time, unless we mention,
Gives me more time to talk.
unless we talk about Pink Floyd, and then we lose Jake forever. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna talk about the new Stones record. How often do people talk about the new Stones record after it comes out? Usually, it's like a little bit of hype, and then we listen to it and go, "Oh, it's not bad," and then we never listen to it again. This record, from what we've been listening to and what we've been hearing, it deserves many listens. So we're going to talk about that today. We're also going to do monster power ballads, um, and our top five power ballads. Maybe an honorable mention because there's so many good ones. And also we're going to list the two that we think are the biggest turds. I guess would be the right word. And sometimes my list might have it in the top five, and it might be someone else's turd because we were looking online and you look at a list of 100 power ballads. If you look on the list of the worst power ballads, some of those lists are kind of the same. So
Oh,
we'll talk about that a little bit too. 'Cause it's kind of funny.
Stacy is gonna send me a brown paper bag, multiple paper bags of dog poo. Just Stacy, just know this. You know I love you, okay? I love you. All right. This just means this is not a personal attack.
Um,
Tucker,
so
hold up.
what do-
Tucker,
okay, go for Tucker.
antiquated minds. You're just doing that because Scott paid you to purposely leave a horrific review on Ritual de lo Habitual.
Or maybe it's just a crap record, Jake.
It's
That
not.
could be one or the other.
Well,
It's
my
not a
experience
turd.
with Tucker is that he gives it a fair listen. Basically, he does what we want because we have the 500 essential. Doesn't mean it's going to be your favorite one. It doesn't mean you're going to hate it. Doesn't mean we just want you to give it a listen, give it a fair try because we always have those thoughts about things and we just don't want to listen to it. Tucker takes that, puts it away unless it's jazz, and gives it a fair listen. And unfortunately for Gonzo, Tucker didn't like the Jane's Addiction record.
He loved rentals. He loved the rentals.
And that's okay. So we're not gonna crap on Tucker for that review. I think that's how he feels, and that's fine. But my point is that he gave it a fair listen.
Did he though?
Yes, he did.
I thought it was spot on. Spot on.
I put Ben Caught Stealing a lot higher than he does. I love that song. Don't know why I love that song, but thank you. So I want to thank you guys for also follow us on the Discord, and you'll get to see some of Tucker's reviews. They're awesome. He definitely gives everything a fair listen.
I
And
vetoed.
I appreciate it for that. Him for that.
He has been vetoed right now.
So what do you
He's
guys
on my
been? We had a
turd
little
list.
we had a little vacation sort of from the show. We had the 4 Men on the Record last week, and it was a great show. We
Yeah,
had a great
thanks.
conversation back and
Yeah,
forth.
we appreciate the women. That's great.
Yeah, and they were, and I want to say it more long-winded than Gonzo because they all equally had interaction back and forth. So they weren't as long-winded, but they had a great show, and the conversation was really engaging.
Longest episode in the history
It is.
of the 3 Men on the Record network.
But the conversation was really engaging and great conversation about the music and their likes and their unpopular opinion. But it was a really great show. I wish we had more time in their last segment, but it would have been a 4-hour show, I think, if they had gone further. So I want to thank you guys for that. They'll be coming back up in probably September, and we have some guests already listed. I think Amy, right? Amy is going to be on, and obviously Stacy. I don't know who else was going to be on, but look for that. And so, what have you guys been up to since we had the day off last week? Have we done anything exciting? Gonzo was bowling today. What did you do? You went to
I went to Austin's Pizza. So it's like, you've got a bowling alley there, you've got roller coasters and other various rides, a lot of the little grab games that cost an arm and a leg, where you could go to the store and pay $3 for it.
Yeah, because he sent a picture of him. He got a Astros. Was it a basketball?
Yes,
A
and I got it
basketball,
on my
and the
second
Astros
grab.
are-
Thank
what
you.
sport do the
Does
Astros
it-
play?
Does that ball you got, Jake? Does that come with a trash can to bang too?
Yes.
Everybody steals signs, Scott. Everyone.
But I'm just gonna say this: the Astros are a baseball team or a basketball team.
They are baseball. And
So
you
why-
know what?
why do they have a
I thought
basketball
of
team now?
Sally because at the very, I couldn't get to it, but on the very bottom they had a Phillies basketball, and I thought of Sally. Not you. I thought of Sally.
All right. So how much did it cost in tickets to get that ball?
It cost, okay, so I got it on my third pull, so technically I think it was $6.
Oh, okay, not so bad.
Not bad.
I know Scott went over last weekend. Was a family reunion up in New York.
The family reunion got rained on all day, but we still had fun.
We all got rain. We had some major rain this week.
Yeah.
This past week I went bowling at least 3 times. I'm not a professional yet, but that's all right. I did some record digging, and so let's talk about what we found, what we picked up this past week in our vinyl category. And Astro was your cat. All right. So I'm going to show you what I got. I got something in the mail today from Angela, little Lucy. She knows I love Buffett. She sent me a nice little picture disc with the picture sleeve of Jimmy Buffett. If the phone doesn't ring, it's me. I think we got Margaritaville, 45. Why Don't We Get Drunk and Screw, and saxophones, and Come Monday, and then a Wham record and a cool Buffalo Trace Distilleries long sleeve shirt, which I'm very excited to wear. Just need the weather to cool down. So I got those from Lucy. Let's see, we'll talk about that tonight. I'm not showing the stuff from my store. I'm not showing stuff. I got another Dirty Heads record. This actually has a song with Matis Yahoo on it, Dance All Night. I picked that up this week. I got another Elton John addition to my collection. Sorry. Sleeping with the Past. This has Sacrifice on it and some others. Got an Henri record. And I got 3 10-inch records. Got 3 10-inch records this week. 3. First one is good old Ringo.
Hey.
And then these ones are awesome.
I like that.
These ones that got hooked up from Stacy is the 2 10-inch Toy Story picture discs. We have her hat and the badge. Amazing. So cool. I'm so happy to get that. Little Taylor Swift in my life.
Go back to the Ringo.
The Ringo is the 10-inch. Let's change the world. Just what that we say. Coming undone. Rock around the clock.
What year?
It's not that old. I don't know. I don't see a year on the back. They're recent. You don't have that?
No, I don't.
Well, you got to get with you. You got to get with it.
Do I now? Is it? Huh?
Yes.
Do I?
Yes. So, Jake, what have you gotten this week?
Oh my God!
I know you got one of these.
I did.
And you got it, and it was warped to hell.
And I know. And this wasn't a pallet record. I went to my beloved record store, and God, that damn thing was warped beyond all belief. It played fine, but I'll be returning it tomorrow for a better copy. But I did get Foreign Tongues, and I was very, very surprised. And we'll talk about it a little bit more in depth. Another record I got. This is like one of my grabs of grabs. Levon Helm Band and the Midnight Ramble Sessions, Volume 3, which these are songs that are played at his barn, which is a very small venue. Yeah, in fact, Grateful Dentist Adam has been to the Ramble Sessions 4 times.
Really?
Yes.
Is it next to Daryl Hall's barn or whatever he has?
4 times. It's a very small space. He saw him 4 times. It's a very intimate venue, so much like when you go to the restroom, you're using Levon Helm's restroom. Like his toothbrush was in the bathroom.
And where is it? Where is this located?
I think it's like upstate New York. If Adam is here, I think that's kind of where his I want to say it's in New York State. So what else did I get? God, shall we just go through everything? Let's just go through a few things. I'm just going to point this out just because it's a new studio remix, Scott, of Foreigner 4.
I saw it.
Did you, though?
Did you?
Yes.
I got another copy of Empire Records orange vinyl. You know why? Because I murdered my original copy that
cooked it.
was... It got murdered.
It's better than Daryl's house. It's near Woodstock.
Yep. RSD Van Halen Live in Dallas, 1994. Sorry,
How many songs are
91.
on
I
that?
keep
There's
saying
not that many
94.
songs on
It's
there, is there?
91. There's 1, 2, there's 4, 8. There's about 11 songs.
Is that a full concert for them?
Yep. And then I got the
Pretty neat.
nuggets, the original artifacts from the first psychedelic era, volume 1 and 2. Y'all know me. I love comps.
You like
So I
chicken
got-
nuggets too.
I do. I get them for the girls all the time. A little Third Eye Blind Blue. Stacy, little Third Eye Blind. Stacy and I love our Third Eye Blind. First time on wax. Little Heat soundtrack.
What is the Heat soundtrack? I don't remember. Is that got songs on it, or is it?
It does.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it does. It does
You
have
gonna
some
share any
songs.
with us?
Black Sabbath, Technical Ecstasy.
it's
It's a reissue. Nothing fancy on that. Got to, because it's the 90s and I love the 90s. And even though One of Us is not my favorite song on this record, got a little Joan Osborne, a little Relish, a reissue of Rage Against the Machine, self-titled. Because I never had an original and it sold a bazillion copies, I relented and just jumped on the bandwagon with Scott and Sean and got a Carole King Tapestry.
It's essential, Jake.
It is a reissue of Cars Candio,
I think that's essential too.
MOV of Spin Doctor's Pocket Full of Kryptonite.
Little Miss Can't Be Wrong.
That's right. Best of the Violent Femmes. And Dio live in Fresno, 1983. That's just some. I got a ton more, but I'm not going to waste anyone else's time. I've been kind of on a spree lately.
See, and then Scott, do you get anything new this week?
I
Then
got
you got a
one-
little something, a little jazz, a little country. What did you get?
He got some jazz for Tucker. I know that he's sending out.
Oh
to
yeah,
him.
that's right.
Yeah, we're doing that. No, I really, well, since I was going to the family reunion, I did not order records last week, except for this one because I knew it would be here Friday morning. So
That's right, Stacy. I did. Continue, Scott. I don't want to cut you off, but I did get Oasis and Empire of the Sun as well. Thank you for that.
I got this thing. Now I got the CD too. I actually got the yellow covered CD for diversity. Well, really, what shocked me about this, and I'd heard a couple of songs. I'd heard Rough and Twisted and In the Stars because they did when they were doing the promotion and they were out hitting all the talk shows and everything. They had videos for those. But yeah, so I got this record, and I will tell you, I also bought the high resolution download stream. So I have it in 3 formats now. And according to my server, I've listened to this album 21 times. And that doesn't count the vinyl listens. I told Jake, you have to listen to this record. And we're going to talk about it this week. So, and I will say I had a car drive, so I listened to this record back to back with Stacy's inclusion last week of Olivia Rodrigo. I've now listened to that record 3 times, and I'm just going to come out and say it. This record stomps a hole in the Olivia Rodrigo record. Not that I didn't like the Olivia Rodrigo, but this is better. And the thing about this is I am a huge Stones fan. Probably have 40, 50 albums, all the CDs. And I was telling Jake, I was trying to get Jake to listen to it. I was like, Jake, it's the best record they have done, at least since Steel Wheels, but maybe since Some Girls.
It's the best. It's the best record they've done in at least 40 years. And I think what Scott and I both agreed to. I told him, I'm like, I might put it over Steel Wheels.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the album it's deeper. There's more good songs on this.
It's consistent.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a song that I would rank above Mixed Emotions on it,
or Rock in a Hard Place.
It's so deep. Like I said, it's a record you don't feel the need. I don't know about More by Jam. I have Olivia. Guts is a great album. I don't know that this new one is great. It's good. I don't know that it's great. So we'll see. We'll see when we redo the 510 years, see if it survives or not. But anyway, I'm not adding Foreign Tongues to the list, although, it's up there in quality. So if you guys haven't listened, first of all, the thing that will strike you is Mick Jagger sounds amazing on this record.
Still got it.
Yeah, I mean, he does falsetto. He can get up there in range, and I don't know if they're using a little bit of studio trickery there, but I don't hear it. It sounds authentic.
I couldn't tell. I agree. It sounds authentic to me, and that's the one thing that I kept mentioning was that y'all, they are in their 80s. They're 80s.
Yeah.
And they've put something together that sounds like this.
His style of singing isn't, he doesn't sing these high notes and stuff. He's kind of always been for the most part where he is now. So he wouldn't hear his voice breaking or anything like that, which benefits him at his age now.
I can tell you this, he sounds better at his age than Paul McCartney. I think Paul finally is starting to sound tired. Like I told Scott, I'm like, Robert Plant's been tired since the 80s, late 80s, early 90s.
Can we not talk about Paul in our podcast, since what happens to people when we talk about him, stuff happens? except for Keith Richards. He just keeps going. But,
well, here, I mean, the thing about it is a lot of these bands that put out albums later in their career, they're just so. Like the McCartney record. I listened to it today. I was like, I don't know. It doesn't offend me as bad. Nothing strikes me as great. I think what you have, and I had the similar reaction to Hackney Diamonds. I thought there was a couple good songs on there. It was good to hear them again, but I didn't love it. Ever since I started listening to this record, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, because definitely.
Go ahead, Sean.
The Hackney Diamonds, I listened to it and I'm like, it's not bad. And then I never listened to it again. Never even felt I had to listen to it again. But it wasn't bad. This record, I listened to it, and then I went back and listened to more and listened to more of it. So I've listened to it at least 3 times, at least. And then parts of it I probably listened to a lot more than that. So it's the first time a Stones record in a while that I've actually went back to listen to.
Yeah, sounds good. But I can tell you, like, I agree, Scott. Like Paul McCartney, you take this album and then you kind of go back to look at some of the greats. So anytime you talk Rolling Stones, you always tend to kind of go back to the Beatles or any of the solo stuff. But Paul McCartney's last good record, in my opinion, was probably Flaming Pie in 1997. Prior to that was Pipes of Peace. But there really hasn't been anything. He probably would have a couple of songs here and there on some of the later stuff. But this record, y'all, is a return. Like whatever they did, and a lot of the stuff was like, demos and pieces and fragments of stuff, that they probably had kind of in a back catalog for a while and then eventually kind of, brought out the rocket sauce, right? But it's definitely more consistent than a lot of the other solo efforts, whether it be Beatles, Stones, what have you. It's enough to where I went and spent $50 on it. And that was the thing I told Scott in the very beginning. I'm like, I don't think I can spend $50 on it. When I heard it, because I listened to the whole album on YouTube, I'm like, congratulations, boys. You earned my $50 because it is one consistent record. There's no song on the album that made me go, turd, and then just go to the next track. I listened to every single track. They're all good.
Yeah, and I told you, I mean, one of the things that stands out for me on this is I love how they put Richards in the left channel and Ronnie Woods in the right channel. Oh my God, Ronnie Woods! This is maybe his best performance
I agree.
on a Stones record. He sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my new arrival, and we all three got it, and it's worth checking out. I mean, if you're unsure, stream it. Stream it 2 or 3 times, because I will tell you, what you like at first might not end up being your favorite, because the more you play that damn Mr. Charm, it kind of gets into your blood. I'm guessing that's probably going to be the next single off of it, because I hear a lot of people. But the McCartney plays.
I'll wager you and say "Covered in You" is going to be the next single, because, like you said, McCartney bases on it.
Yeah, Covered in You is really good.
Like if you go on the Amazon and look at the Amazon Music, the one that has a lot of likes on it is "In the Stars."
Well, that's because they released that before the record came out.
But there was another one too. What was the other one? There was 2.
Rough and Twisted was an advance too.
Rough and Twisted is the opening track, right?
And they released that before too.
Yeah.
So
that's why they're the.
I love Divine Intervention, and we talked about this too. Also, like Side Effects.
Side Effects, Hit Me in the Head. There's a lot of good songs.
A lot of good guitar riffs on that.
There's a Amy Winehouse cover that
You Know I'm No Good.
Yeah, You Know I'm No Good. They do a good job on that. I think Keith actually played on the original. I think he played harmonica on the original version of that. So,
and I also got it on CD, but I got it from a guy in Jersey because he knows a guy. So I went to a record store and he had the CDs.
Does he paint houses?
The record, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I have a friend that makes these. They're the same. They just don't have that paper inside." He knows a guy. So
does he paint houses, and does he also do carpentry work on the side?
I think he's
in sanitation, Jake.
He's sanitation. Yeah,
got it.
And, so I could buy the bootleg for $12 with a real thing for $20. Luckily,
sanitation.
He gave me the CD for free at that point, but he knows a guy. Only in Jersey would that happen.
Well, I don't think it'll hurt the Stones. I think they'll probably still debut at #1 when the chart comes out this week. So
give it a try. Buy the CD if you have to. $50 is a lot to ask to try it out. Or let's stream it and then buy it. I think you'll be very happy with that.
Well, Floyd, if you want to cleanse the palate of that bitterness of Jane's Addiction, take on this new Stones record.
Should he now, Scott?
He should cleanse that palate.
He needs to, for his next review, he has to get. It's Tucker, like eating the crackers and cheese before.
Just eat a damn mouthful of ginger, and you'll be good. You'll be back to square one. Nothing like I'll go back to an early comment that I think Trin. I don't know if it's Trin or Audra on, or they both are. I do agree with them. I do think Nothing Shocking is the better record. I love them both, but they still deserve the mention. And thank you, Tucker, because Tucker, look, just in defense, I don't really feel like defending that cranky man right now. But in defense, originally, he didn't want to review it, but he relented because I begged him to.
And he's regretted every minute since.
Every single damn second.
It was so bad. He reached out, he DM'd me on Whatnot and said, "Hey, you got a jazz record I can buy?"
Yeah, he went to jazz. He turned them into jazz. It was so bad he turned jazz.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
He's now listening to Bitches Brew and all those. Archie
He's
Shep.
Like, you know what? Bitches Brew is my top 5. Yeah. Hey, if you guys want to be jazz enthusiasts, right, and you hate jazz, just listen to Jane's Addiction, Ritual de lo Habitual.
So
you'll turn into a jazz fan.
Jane's Addiction is below it.
Oh, that's awesome, Adam. So Adam says, I saw Robert Plant last year with Alison Krauss, and that dude can still sing. I love the duo. I love both he and Alison together. I think it's right in his registry now. I even have one of the little, the little tiny desk shows, whatever those are called.
Oh, the NPR.
The NPR of him as well. So, like, I still love him. Still love him, and I think he can still sing. He's
but he has to be
changed.
in a certain register to
He
sound
has to
good.
be in a certain register, otherwise it's like a cat taking a dump. It's just not. And then just burying, just in the litter box, scratching the litter over the poo. Yeah, that's how bad it is.
Any other new arrivals, Scott? I think we kind of
No,
we went into
no.
talking about the Stones
Like I
before
said, I didn't get anything intentionally because I was going out of town. I didn't want them sitting on the porch. So,
because we kinda
Sean,
went into
that
the
was
Stones
a
segment.
that was a phenomenal analogy.
oh, I did get a record. This is a great story. So, I was in Adam's show, The Grateful Dentist, on whatnot, and I tried to buy a record, but then Thomas started chatting with me right when the record was running, and
That's his
I
tactic.
I got bid up, and I didn't notice it got bid up, and I lost the record. I was like, "What the hell?" I blame that on Thomas. But anyway, then Adam was going to do a buyer's givey, but he,
botched it.
though he's a chef and a dentist, he can't figure out how to work buyer giveaways on whatnot.
Thanks again, Adam.
So it was loaded in.
Is that the record?
What?
That's not the one you bought that he wanted, was it?
No. The so I won what was supposed to be the buyer's giveaway, and I didn't buy anything. Adam, being the fine man that he is, he sent it to me. But Adam, you saw last night, I gave that away as a promotional thing. So that was the other record that did arrive this week, but it's already back out in the mail to whoever won it last night. So
yeah, when Thomas gets his eyes on something, you kind of want to back off, or you tell him outright that I'm just.
He wasn't bidding on it. He was just saying hi to me, but he said hi to me right at a time.
That might be his other name buying it. He was distracted.
It could be. Maybe he wanted that record.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. All right, so we kind of talked about that. I guess we'll go into the essential now. We'll talk about the 3 essentials that we picked for the week.
Yeah.
And who wants to start first? Jakey Poo, you want to start first?
I can. So I changed my top 3 a few times. And Tom Petty has just been on my mind for a while. I don't know why, but he just has. And everybody obviously knows Full Moon Fever and a lot of the earlier Heartbreaker albums, but the one thing I don't hear people talking about a lot is some of the later stuff. And the one record that there's 2 songs. The whole album is great, but there are 2 songs that I just love and will put up with any of the Petty hits, whether it's him solo or with the Heartbreakers, and that's Room at the Top and Swingin'. And the album is Echo. And missing in this photo is Howie Epstein, which there's kind of a story behind this, is that this was the last album that Howie was on before he OD'd. And they were in the midst of doing their video, their photo shoot, and Howie was late, and Tom Petty was like, "Let's roll." And they went ahead and did the photo shoot without him. But, I kind of think about that a lot. When you listen to Room at the Top, people don't realize how important Howie Epstein was with the band. He is a very underrated backing vocalist and a hell of a bass player as well. He was a wonderful musician. But it's an album that came out in 1999. I'll kind of look into my notes and cheat a little bit here. But it did sell like several 100,000 to 1 million copies. It says solid catalog sales. But worldwide, it probably did a couple of million. Obviously, singles, Room at the Top. Also had Swingin', which was a big hit. Free Girl Now was another song as well. It did peak within the Billboard 200. I think it got somewhere around like the top 20 to top 40. And I do remember this, playing on the radio quite a bit. But at that time, I'd been off of Tom Petty for a while. But the narrative overview of this record, if you will, it basically explores a more reflective, mature sound, if you will. And again, it just really, um,
Wasn't he going through a divorce at this time and didn't his house burn
yes,
down? I mean, this is a really
it was a very personal record.
bad time for him.
Yep, yep. Um, but it lyrically it revisits. We'll read it. It revisits recurring petty themes of freedom, resilience, love, and small, vivid character sketches. A lot of loss, right? Because he had gone through divorce. Um, there were also things going on within the band. Again, like Howie Epstein had been, I mean, he died of a heroin overdose, I believe. So they'd been dealing with a lot of internal stuff within the band, trying to get him well. But this album really was kind of a resurgence for him, a return to kind of petty-esque, type stuff. But it just had great arrangements. It's just got that typical kind of petty rock in your face kind of sound. Nothing difficult. It's just a great record that you can just kind of pull a guitar out and just play along and sing along with. So Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Echo, 1999. This is a reissue, not an original. But if you don't have it, stream it, give it a listen, go out and buy the record.
Those reissues were done terrifically.
Oh my God, they sound great.
So yeah, I'll go out there and say Room at the Top is a top 10 petty
Love
song.
it.
It's amazing. The way it builds,
So good. And like, there's a lot of things in that song that kind of reflect that loss, right?
Mhm.
And it just basically, kind of a lot of reflection of things that basically, could have been better that weren't, just to kind of reflect on kind of bad things that went on within the marriage, basically saying like the end of the day, like there's a line he says, like, I think he said something like, I've got someone that loves me tonight. I've got over $1,000 in the bank and I'm all right. Kind of thing. So it just also kind of that, letting you know that even though this sucks, right, it's kind of a moving forward. I'm going to be okay. And, we're moving forward. We're not going backwards. Right. And that's the whole, like, I got a room at the top and, I'm more or less, I'm never coming down kind of thing.
There was
I like that. That's actually pretty cool.
But yeah, your face is better than that one.
so yeah, and the Room at the Top is like a lot of people love that song. Eddie Vedder did it on a soundtrack for a Netflix show. Did a good version. I saw Jason Isbell last year in concert, and I'm going to see him next week. Matter of fact, it might be it's on Friday, I think. He did Room at the Top in his concert.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and we're coming up to 10 years on his passing. I think he died in October of 2016. He was 66. And it's crazy that I just started with, my first builder in February of 16. And that's when I was getting ready. I was talking to my wife and I'm like, we probably should have gone and seen the Eagles and Tom Petty when they were in Austin and never got the chance. He passed away that October. That was a shame.
That's why if you get a chance to see someone, go for it. Look day of tickets. Look at day of. You never know. And go see them before it's too late. All right, I think I'll go next. This one makes me laugh because I was in the chat with those two gentlemen, also with Adam and Chris Rush, and I said this record, and I got 2 or 3 people saying, we've already done that record, and we didn't. And I know I'm not really gonna say a lot because it really does speak for itself. You have this is such a great record. Harvest by Neil Young. This solidified him as one of the premier singer-songwriters of the 70s. This is the record that really set his career going forward and allowing him to do those crappy records that Gonzo collects of his. But this is the record that really established him to that level, and I lost my drive. But
you never had drive.
You know all the songs on here. The biggest songs on here was Heart of Gold, Old Man. It reached #1 on the Billboard 200. Harvard Gold was number one. Old Man charted. This is probably his best known record. I always mix up Harvest and all these. I always do, but um, definitely the early '70s. This was probably one of the biggest ones out there. Folk rock country blend is amazing. Singer songwriting. I mean, even Linda Ronstadt's on this, I believe. Even James Taylor
I think Emmylou Harris is
put
also
some stuff
probably
on this with them too. And the
doing
Stray
some stuff,
Gators. You gotta watch out for them.
You know what Old Man's about, right?
You tell me. What is it about?
It's about Scott Knight.
I wasn't an old man when this
Right,
was
he was
released.
young then.
You sure about that? You were born in 1863.
And this is a remaster. This was a Bernie Grundman remaster not too long ago. Really great.
Those Neil Young remasters are spot on too.
Yeah.
They are.
So
Actually, Sean, it is about a man that was on the land. You know, he bought a bunch of acreage, like a farm, and there was a man on the property when he purchased it that basically cared for the land, and a lot of it was about basically in reference to him.
yeah.
Well,
So,
you think when I think about this record, what always stands out? It's a great record. I love it. Is Neil Young like Rode Hard to Gold, right? And in at least in my internal Neil Young mind, I'm like him thinking, I'm not going to do that again. Of course, Neil Young probably could have wrote hundreds of top 10 songs. That's not the artist he wanted to be.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that's why we never really heard another Heart of Gold, right? He never did a song like, you can't tell me as gifted as his song, he could have done that. He could have had follow-up albums with songs like that, but he wanted to be more eclectic than a top 10.
well, he was
That's what I
definitely
love about him.
he was definitely an oddball because he was there with Woodstock, and when they heard he was filming, they were filming. He put his back to the crowd the whole thing. He's further back, and his back's to the crowd because he didn't want to be in the movie. He's just an odd individual. And you know what I also noticed on this pressing? This is the first time I never noticed till now. It's because Sound Matters pressing. They're the ones who do the one steps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and that's a
Yeah.
great price. We can get this one, guys. It's really good.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the reissues, the OGs are always beat to crap. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, it's
All
got that textured cover gets destroyed.
All right, Scott, you are up.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to do what I'm sure is going to be my least popular record of the night.
Uh oh. Heart with All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You.
No, this right here, and we got to get some more jazz in. We need to get
Tucker, close your eyes.
Chris and maybe Adam to add a few more. But I was going through the jazz list and I said, okay, of the ones that aren't on here, what's my favorite jazz record that isn't on here? And it's going to be this one, Art Pepper Meets the Rhythm Section. And when they say rhythm section, they're talking about Miles Davis rhythm section. So you got Philly Joe Jones, you got Red Garland, and you got Paul Chambers on it. And those of you who don't know Art Pepper, he plays alto sax. And what I like about it, it's not a saxophone jazz record where that sax is harsh and screaming at you all the time. I know that irritates some people with jazz. And to me, this record is kind of a little bit like laid back sound. But the real, I mean, I like Art Pepper's sax, but I think the strength of the record is actually Paul Chambers and Philly Joe Jones on the bass and the drums. They sound so good. And you know, whatever jazz people did to record drums, everybody needs to record drums the way they did with jazz records. They have a live feel to them. And every time on my jazz records that I like, I always notice, man, those drums sound so good. I've never listened to a jazz record and said, those drums sound terrible. So, you know, I mean, my favorite two songs on the record are actually the last two, Star Eyes and Burke's Works. The opening track is a great classic. You'd Be So Nice to Come Home to. I don't know. There's just something about a hard bop I really like. And, you know, these guys, Art Pepper's just like so many of these jazz guys. He had a rough, he was addicted to heroin off and on most of his career. Spent 18 months in Folsom Prison because of drugs. So
That's usually what
divorces,
happens.
bad finances, but Art did create a couple classic jazz records, and this one right here is, it's like some of the ones we've put on the list. Save Bitches Brew. That is not an intro to jazz record, right? That's a jazz on
That's an
mushrooms record.
intro to like
Yeah.
taking hardcore hallucinogenics.
Yeah, that's eat some mushrooms and listen to Bitches Brew, right? So anyway, it'll be on the list. Deserves to be on the list. It's one of the hard bop classics, and it is Art Pepper too. I will say there was this East Coast before there was East Coast West Coast rap battle. There was East Coast West Coast jazz battle too, but that's what makes it interesting. You have Miles Davis rhythm section, which is East Coast, joining up with Art Pepper, who is a West Coast jazz guy, kind of Charlie Parker protege. So anyway,
All right. So
check it out.
Another jazz one. Maybe before you can review this one. Jake, you are up next. I wouldn't do that to you, Tucker.
I bet he'd like it better than Jane's Addiction.
Probably would. Who knew Jane's Addiction would be the gateway for him to jazz?
My second band, I kind of wish they would have, I don't know, kind of wish they would have done a few more records like this, because once they kind of went back into the studio and then just became kind of more pop, I felt like their popularity waned some, right? And that is Mumford and Sons, and this album is Sigh No More, which this came out in 2009 in UK, early 2010 in the US. It sold several million copies. This record was, on radio play nonstop. Had Sigh No More, The Cave, Little Lion Man, Awake My Soul, which is a great song, Dust Bowl Dance. It's just got that just real, just kind of driving, kind of English, Irish kind of folk tone to it, right? That everybody loved, and the musicianship,
That's a good way to put it, because it does have that. It does have a little bit of a like English Irish feel, but it also has that dose of what I call barn stomp. Like the Avett Brothers, and there was a whole like for like 3 or 4 years there's 3 or 4 groups that had that sound.
Yeah, you think about a lot of those earlier like bands, right, in the 60s, those Irish, the oh gosh, what were they? Oh, come on. They were around the time of Dylan, New York in the early 60s. It was an Irish band. But it has a lot of that kind of, the Irish crooners, if you will. But that's what I liked about it. People really, it had mixed reviews. I remember when I first heard the record, I was not a fan. It grew on me. And what made the record grow on me, honestly, is my cousin, who is an avid outdoorsman. He likes to hunt and fish. That year the record came out, this is what was on play on his boat. So when I would go and fish with him, it was played nonstop. And I got to tell you, it's one hell of an album to listen to when you're on a boat out fishing, just kind of, out in the middle of nowhere, where you've got time to basically just kind of sit, listen to the song, the music, the lyrics. And that's where this record really kind of grew on me, was that, right? So let's see if there's any other kind of notes on here. Let's go and cheat to our notes, if we will. But
I do think that record is one of those best in class of that barn stomp.
I agree, because it really kind of put him into the mainstream, right? And they had a couple. They had Babel, as well, which was kind of a return, right? Those two records you could kind of say were an A and B, right? But then when they kind of went from that folky sound and kind of went more pop rock, I think it really kind of.
Need to Breathe is another group that has that sound to it.
Yep. I just felt that it kind of hurt them. I felt like, look, if you would have stuck with that just a little bit longer, maybe done a third record, right? And then kind of maybe branched out a little bit. I think they turned too quick, and I feel like they kind of got forgotten.
Well, I think
and
a lot of fans
he's
left.
He's a great songwriter, great singer, and he's He went out. He's got a solo record, right? But when I think of Mumford and Sons, I think of Sigh No More and I think of Babel. I think of those two records. But Delta, like it's got some songs. It's got like Woman, which is good, but it's not the original sound of these, which I think that's really, to me, Mumford and Sons. These two records, right, are their sound.
Yeah.
Alrighty. All right, my next one is one of my wife's favorite. I also like this artist a lot. It's on Blue Note, not jazz. It's on Blue Note Records, along with Norah Jones was on Blue Note. He's on Blue Note. Norah Jones actually appears on this record in one song, and she also plays piano in another one. This album is Amos Lee, and the reason I love this record is it's simple. Like the music, it's not overproduced. It's acoustic songwriter, soul, funk. This is not funk, but it's acoustic folk, soul, Americana, a little bit of gentle jazz, maybe a little bit in there, and it's just a great album. I was reading reviews, and some of the reviewers, they're all crazy. Some of these reviewers, they liked it because it was simple, but he's gonna watch out. It's too simple. This is perfectly written. The big songs on here are "Arms of a Woman," "Keep It Loose," "Keep It Tight." It kind of got into the charts, but it really was word of mouth, seeing him at festivals, seeing him live, that really drove this record. Definitely give it a listen. I know Scott probably likes this record a lot too, because it's that style of Jason Isbell kind of, and it's just well done. It sounds great, not overproduced.
You make a good point, Sean. I should have responded in the chat and said, "Good record, Sean," because I always tell you when it's a crap record, right? So
Yeah.
I need to be more positive, right?
Well, I knew it would be in your wheelhouse because that you like that Americana singer-songwriter, folky. There's even a little bit of, is it what I say, Otis Redding a little bit in one of the songs? I can't remember which one.
Mhm.
It's just he just got a great voice, and definitely if you're not familiar with him, definitely check this record out. I think you'll be really happy with this.
No, that's
Scott,
a good addition.
I just remembered it. Just came into the brain. The Clancy Brothers was kind of the Irish band.
Joe put it in chat. Yeah. So,
but that was my pick for this week.
Thank you, Joe. That's funny. I didn't even see that. Thank you, Joe.
Until I was rudely interrupted by Gonzo Shenanigans.
Joe Googled it. Joe don't jam out to Clancy Brothers.
Well, Joe, that seems like something Joe would know off the top of his head.
Well, if you go to enough thrift stores, you'll find Clancy Brother albums all over the place. Delamitri is a great band.
Oh, you saw Amos at Rainbow Island in Sea Island, Georgia. Nice. Yeah, because again, he had to kind of really work to get to where he was. He's not huge on the radar, but he's there. But he had to work his ass off doing small little venues and all these events, and his popularity has grown through that. All right, that's my choice, and Scott, you're up next.
And you got that going for you.
You got it, which is nice.
Which is nice, Sean.
All right. I'll put this back with where my wife
looks like Joe.
Okay, I got to give. I was talking to my wife and told her I hadn't picked my records yet. And she said, "Have you did this record?" And I said, "No." She goes, "I listened to it again today. It's so good." And I was like, you're right. That is a great record. So that record, and we'll round out with a little more country. Sometimes we're a little light on country. It's Maren Morris.
I have no idea who that is.
This is a great record. She's a country popish, got a little bit. That's what I like about her. It's fresh. Sometimes I think country is kind of, they get a record a style that's popular and they just kill you with it. Like they killed us with the Luke Bryan bro country, and like everybody sound like that. Every freaking song was about a bonfire and a pickup truck. I'm like, come on, guys. She's a breath of fresh air, and I think she almost accidentally, got her career rolling. She went to Nashville. She's originally from Texas, and she was signed pretty quickly to be a writer. So she was writing songs, but she was writing these songs, and
Keep going, Scott. I'm just looking at the chat. I'm
Yeah,
looking
you're
at
losing
Stacey.
points on Stacy's little point.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. I was going to say, well, is she as good as Anna Graves? I love Anna Graves. Anna Graves is just beautiful. Got a beautiful voice.
Oh, I mean, Maren Morse is great. So they said, you're writing great songs. I just don't know who we give them to, because there's a uniqueness to them, because they do have a little bit of R&B and soul sensibility there. They're a little topical. Like, she has a song called 80s Mercedes. Like, you really couldn't see a country singer singing about being in a Mercedes. If it ain't a, F-150 or a Silverado, you can't be in it in a country song.
Did
So
she talk about the bag phone in that Mercedes?
probably did have a bag phone. It's an 80s
Yeah.
Mercedes.
Put on some
But
Smell Good, put on some Skinner, drive into town like a NASCAR winner.
But if you listen to it, the songs like Sugar, you can see it's a blend of pop and country with that thrown in. And the strength of the album is really her songwriting. Like, it is so different than what you expect. My Church was the single, and then I went and got the CD, and I was like, oh my God, this whole thing is great. So if if you like Casey Musgraves or that blended country stuff where there's some pop stuff in it, I would say the difference here is there's a little bit of R&B soul sound that Maren Morse has. This is a terrific pop record, though. Just I'd call it more pop than I would even country. But we'll get her added. Unfortunately, her subsequent albums really haven't been as deep and strong as this record. This record, to me, is a classic, and I appreciate my wife recommending it, because she's absolutely right. It is a terrific record.
Stacy, give Anna Graves a listen. I think she's got an album that's coming out, but you can definitely stream some of her stuff. Listen to her and see what you think. I love her. Her voice is amazing. But I'll give Maren Morris a listen and see if she beats Anna.
Maybe just a pinch of Sheryl Crow in there sometimes too. I mean,
Yeah.
It's blended. I mean, you're not going to listen to it and think country record. I think you're going to think pop record more.
Well, she had dinner over at Thomas's house last night, and basically what Thomas said is, at dinner, look, she's done doing country, thinking about going a different route.
Well, she had a huge hit, Jake. You didn't hear the song "The Middle"?
It doesn't ring a bell, but if I heard it, maybe.
There was a producer, these two producers or whatever they do, but they had her sing vocals on it, and it was a huge top 10 song.
Anna Graves, Graves.
All right.
I like ZZ Ward.
She's got a lot of singles, and you could find her on Spotify, I'm sure. So, okay, this third choice, y'all, I'm going to be honest. I told Scott and Sean this. I couldn't stand this artist in the 90s. Never got into it. Just hated it. And the album was played nonstop in the late 90s. It came out in 1999. It just was kind of one of those where I'm like, God, we're listening to this again. But in reflecting and going back and really looking at it, I have to admit it is an essential. It is an album that definitely kind of put this artist kind of in the mainstream. It was his hit record that really kind of took electronica music beats, right? A true DJ kind of coming in and putting this and selling millions of records. That album is Moby Play. I have the record en route. I don't know if Sean got the copy for me just to put up. It's a very iconic jacket. You see it. It's just him jumping up all sweaty and bald. It looks like a skinny version of Scott back in 1999.
Didn't he sell like a gazillion copies of this record? I mean,
Oh my God, yes. And I couldn't stand it. I hated it.
I
But
hated it too.
I hated it. But
It
I
was
went
everywhere.
back. It was everywhere. So, and that's kind of like, I think about that, right? How many times have we heard records that came out that just exploded where you're like, oh God, this song again, I can't stand it. I hate it. But years go by, you get older, you get wiser, and then you start going back and you start thinking, well, yeah, why did I hate this record? Well, I probably hated it because it wasn't my genre of music, right? But as I've gotten older, I've really kind of appreciated a lot of the electronic stuff. And a lot of it can be repetitive. And I think that was kind of the one thing where I'm like, okay, how many times do I have to hear, one thing, keep going back? But it obviously lit a fuse because it sold millions of copies. It had the hit of hits on it was Porcelain, but it also had Why Does My Heart, that whole feel so bad. That thing is repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. But when you go back and you listen to them, they're catchy. They're good beats, they're good songs. But it had Porcelain, Natural Blues, Why Does My Heart Feel So Bad, Honey, Body Rock, which Body Rock also a big hit, songs I couldn't stand. But when I went back and listened to it, I kind of acknowledged the fact that, okay, you know what? I understand now why this record kind of, I guess, did what it did. It was the end of the 90s. Grunge obviously was going away. We were kind of really into alternative rock. I think this album was something different, something new, and people gravitated towards it, right? I didn't. I know Scott didn't. I'm sure Sean sure as hell didn't. But, it's, pretty damn good.
I pretty much tried to ignore the fact that it existed.
But what I liked about it, I guess the reason being is that it was a breakthrough album, right? Like I can't think of a lot of DJs, right, kind of coming in to mainstream
No,
the
not
way
at all.
Moby did with this
No.
record. Like, so it struck a chord somehow. So it deserved a mention because of what it did during that time and the fact that it was all over the place. I'm still listening to it. I haven't bought a copy that I was hoping would be here so I could kind of listen to more of it, and I'd like Tucker to preview this one. And if he vomits all over it, I'm actually okay with that. But who knows? He might like it.
Jake, Tucker said he's taking a month off from your recommendations to recover.
He loved the rentals.
Yeah, that was like 3 months ago.
He liked Chris Squire's record too.
I don't know what's wrong with that. Chris Squire record is horrible.
It's not. It's good.
It's horrible.
It's better than Chad Perrone.
Chad Perrone. No, I think some people. There's people.
Three
in
people,
Talk about
Scott.
this record if you guys
Yes,
are
3 people.
Yeah, if you want to put that on to go to sleep to, like
Let's
music
go,
to sleep
Thomas.
to.
Weaver's always been on top.
I picked it up this week. I'm like, it's in the 500 Essential. Maybe it's good. That's why I'll pick it up. So we'll see.
Sean, I think you'll like it.
We'll see.
You'll like it.
I think I might have to drop Thomas as a sponsor. I mean, he's a lot lower class than I thought. He's got Jake on top.
Thomas is my bro. Hey, besides the Van Morrison Astro Weeks Live at Hollywood Bowl take, he's my brother.
Oh, all right. I think I'm up. This one, I picked it and then I was scared because I'm like, I don't know how to describe this record. I don't know. And I really, and I'm like, maybe I should pick another one. Maybe should I pick another one? And then I was listening to it and I was enjoying it. And I was on the impression that it was all electronic, drum machine and all that. And it's actually not. It's more, there's more analog to it than we think there is to this record. And this record is Daft Punk, Random Access Memory. It's come out in 2013.
Yeah, I like Daft Punk.
And it was made, first of all, they started the record and it was kind of going to be all electronic, synthesized and all this. And then they got hired to do the Tron Legacy soundtrack. And they had an orchestra and stuff. So they were really listening to real music, not, synthesized. So they scrapped what they did. and decided to start over. And they try to avoid using any sound machines or whatever. And a lot of it is like the drum beat is actually recorded drum beats that they recorded from the artist actually playing drums. And this record is all over the place. It's just
Well, I'll tell you, I have that record too. It's a fantastic sounding.
it's hard to it's audiophile and when I was reading a review with it and I shared it with you guys. I don't know if you read it. The way they did this, they recorded it on analog and digital at the same time.
No, Sean, I had to cancel. I had to put that chat thread on silent after you sent that video of you singing and dancing to
Daft Punk.
Daft Punk. That was too much.
But look for that article, and then they describe the process that they made it. It's really a tribute to disco, a lot of it, and that's why they have like was it Nile Rodgers was a guitarist in a lot of the disco records back in the day.
Chic.
Tren,
Yeah,
here's the
Chic,
deal.
yeah,
I
Chic
loved
was
you
great.
once. I loved you
And
once.
and they also have a song called it's Giorgio the Mortarer, and he was a producer of Donna Summer, Blondie, Janet Jackson, Irene Cara, Berlin, and they have a whole. And he actually, the only thing I think he really participated in was that he talks about his life and how he did the disco beats and all this stuff. But this record just it blows me away, and the more and more I listen to it, the more and more I like it. But I was afraid to have it because it's different, but it has that 80s sound, and then in that review that I read, there's a reason. Because when they were doing the analog, they had that Dolby, the tape, they had the Dolby sound that it noise reduction, but it also that's what they used in that when they did all the 80s stuff with like Madonna and all that stuff. They use that kind of analog recorder, and it does take out some sound, but it gives you that 80s vibe, and that's part of some of it in this record is the way that noise canceling altered the music to give it that 80s sound, which is great. There's also Robert Ludwig has part of this mastering of this record also, but definitely give it a try. I mean, it was debuted at number 1 200. I mean, it won a bunch of Grammys. I know that. I remember them going on stage, and there was a million people there.
It's got the weekend on it.
Tren, I honestly, we all thought we did Harvest, and we all had the same reaction when we were like, Harvest didn't make we haven't even brought Harvest up.
Yeah. So the singles on here were Get Lucky. We all know that one. Lose Yourself to Dance, Instant Crush. The Grammys, it won Album of the Year, Best Dance Electronic Album. Get Lucky won Record of the Year, Best Duo Pop in the Group Performance. Just it's different, especially there's some songs if you listen to going, I hate this. But then if you like there's a couple weird songs, but then it's just awesome. I was scared to bring it up just because it's amazing. I think it's an amazing piece of work, and the amount of effort they put into it, the amount of effort they put into it to make it so good, I kind of think of Asia. It's not anywhere near it, but the time and effort they put into it and really working on it sounding amazing, that it's an audiophile record just the way they made it. I don't know how to explain it.
Stacy, is the Daft Punk record
cheap? I got it for a song, and poor Stacy's room one night, and I said, "No, I'm keeping this."
Is that Daft Punk record better than? Oh gosh, why am I brain farting? Is it better than Empire of the Sun?
Yes,
I think so.
Yes.
It's
a classic. I mean, that record is going to be around in 30 or 40 years. People will still be talking about that record.
Yeah, I mean, it got me enough to record me dancing with my lights going and stuff, and I put it on the Discord if you want to check that out.
You did put it on the Discord?
Yeah, it's on the Discord. Yeah,
I saw it. He's on cocaine.
And I also put it in the Cap City Pops Discord.
I don't think anybody really need to see that, Sean, but okay.
I don't care. It's just fun. It makes you want to dance like nobody's looking.
Joe, shut up.
So I did it, and Tucker told me he wanted me to do that anyway.
Crescent Dave is a good record. I mean,
it's a good record. The answer, Joe, is it's better than Chad Perrone.
No, Chad Perrone. Now I got some people who stand up for Chad Perrone. That's a good record.
3 people.
No.
You said it. You're like 3 people like that
that are in here right now. I mean, it's no Jane's Addiction. I'm talking about trash Trashy
That
records.
that
All
album
right,
was
so let's move on.
platinum.
Scott, what is your next pick of the day?
It's better than Jane's Addiction. That's what I'm going to. So I received some feedback, as I do sometimes, from people about, hey, you should look at this record. So somebody pointed out, and they were right. We don't have any albums from this band, who is a very significant band in the 70s and 80s and still continues on to this day. A little different configuration, but they recommended one album, and I said, hold right there. Not this record, but probably a different one. But I went and listened to both records, and I said, crap, they were right. That was the right record. And that record is this: Styx, Grand Illusion.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
So originally, when they and this was Tucker mentioned this record, and I was like, well, probably Pieces of Eight, because Blue Collar Man and Renegade are my two favorite Styx songs. I thought it was going to be Pieces of Eight, but I'll tell you what, Grand Illusion is the better record. It's deeper. The non-single tracks are stronger. And what I like about this is it's got really good songs from the band. Really has three singers: Dennis Day Young, Tommy Shaw, and usually at least once a record, James Young gets the song. And it's probably my favorite James Young song. It's Miss America. So Tommy Shaw sings "Fooling Yourself," Dennis Day Young on Grand Illusion, and it has the mega hit "Come Sail Away" on it. So really, really good record. It did peak in the top 10. "Come Sail Away" was a top 10 Hot 100 song. It doesn't really say how many, but it's multi-platinum record. Still selling it to this day. I've probably sold 4 or 5 Japanese presses of this record. So Styx was not present in the 500, and they certainly have earned their way onto it. I'm sure you would, Joe, because you have a very limited, unpolished palate, my friend. We'll keep working on you, Joe.
I just read his comment. I'd rather listen to Crest of a Name.
Well, Cheryl's gonna disagree with you, and I don't know if Tucker,
That's a good one.
Tucker thought this was the right record. And I will say, I'm not a big fan of Paradise Theater. I don't think that's a great record. But I do.
But it's etched.
It is etched and it's fancy and all that. But I knew it was Grand Illusion or Pieces of Eight was my favorite. I thought it was Pieces of Eight, and after today, no, Grand Illusion's the better record.
Well, and that Sail Away song too is one of those ones that has like 3 different songs in one.
Yeah, what I like about it,
always love those.
I mean, I think Dennis Day Young can tend towards the little bit of too sugary, too syrupy type song. "Come Sail Away" is a great blend. There's a little bit of that, but there's also this big sound to it that, so I think that might have been them at their peak. And pretty much after that, I liked everything Tommy Shaw did and not much Dennis Day Young did.
All right. Also, guys, in the Discord, I put a link to that Daft Punk review, which will kind of give you an insight on how they made the record, and you'll have a really good appreciation for it. And Stacy also put a link if you want to purchase that record in her store. So we have that. So if you want to pick this up, we got you.
I'll probably grab it from Stacy. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So that's our list this week, you guys. If you liked it, fantastic. If you didn't,
tough crap.
All we're saying is give it a chance, give it a listen, and tell us what you think.
That's a good point.
Thank you, Stacy. I should have won.
You didn't know who Maren Morris was, so you lost. Just because
That's the only reason I lost, because I was honest.
Come on, Stacey. I had Maren Morris.
I was honest with that. It's like, I have no idea who that is. You got some people that podcast that think they know it all. I'm honest. If I don't know something, I'll tell you. I'm not going to BS it.
Well, you have to, Jake, because it's going to be clear to everybody you don't know anything, so you can't fake that.
I mean, at the end of the day, everything I do is BS anyway. So
I
mean,
win. According to
Sure.
the chat, I
Oh,
overwhelmingly
come on,
won.
Trin.
Sean wins. Is that Trin?
Yes. I win this week. Yay! We
You
should
know
keep
what? If
track.
Audra was on,
track
I
of it.
would have won.
Yes. Let's get the more.
Let's get the true Cap City.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever agreed with Trin or Trin's agreed with me. Like
Well,
if I'm going to pass
you're a
out.
Muppet hater.
I think the
Huh?
last few records I've
Muppet
talked
hater, you're
about
out.
with Trin on, I think Trin has just sprayed diarrhea just all over the picks. Just my picks, not y'all's.
Although he had audio trouble, I do think he liked my Cure pick, but we couldn't hear his comments. But I think they were
He
going to
liked
be
the Cure.
positive.
Both.
Both.
Although I won one, I do know there was definitely one show where Trin actually came in and was like, he basically full on said it, Gonzo wins the night. I take pride in that. I at least won one night.
Selective memory. But whatever. I don't know if that really happened, but
No, dude, I did.
all right. So that was our list. And now this is where we get into the next topic, which there can be a lot of there's no wrong again, there's no well there might be a couple wrong answers, but overall in power ballads, and power ballads would be rocking songs that that are ballads, but they're rocking. So when if like Thomas, your list is a little off that you put in earlier, but it's still a great ballad list, but it's not a ballad. But I printed out a list of the 100 best rock power ballads of all time, and I mean there's some great stuff on there. But also if you print out a list of like the top 20 turd
50 of them are the same songs.
yeah, they're all half of them are the same songs. Like for example, Every Rose Has Its Thorn. I love that song. It's in this one. I think it was number 2 or 3 in this list, and then you go to a list of the worst, and it's number 1 or 2 in that list. So you love it or you hate it. It's kind of what goes with most of these power ballads. So there's no wrong answer. It's just where and when you first heard it. Maybe it reminds you of your first girlfriend, first boyfriend, second girlfriend, who knows? And that might be why that song is on the top of your list. And that's what ballads are. And power ballads, most of them were pretty much in the 80s. And we're going to go over the list. I don't do we want to do our 5 to count. We each do our number 5
Well,
and go around.
We were talking pre-show, and we were talking like what makes you. I think ballads can always cut one way or the other pretty hard, and for me, it's a fine line to do a ballad and execute it well. And if you go too much one way, it's too sugary, it's sappy, it's corny. Go a little bit the other way, it's delivered with emotion and power. It hits home. So I think that's why a lot of these songs appear on both lists.
I'm just telling you right now, I'm winning this segment tonight.
You're winning. There's a winning. Okay. Well,
there's
see.
a damn winning.
You have an Oasis in your list because that might put you in the.
There is no Oasis on this list. In fact,
and you might have a chance.
It's all 80s.
Can you define ballad in your own words, each of you?
Who said that? Stacy. Damn it. This is 3 men on the record. The rules are loose intentionally.
Kind of a rock and love song to me is what it is.
100%.
Well, in our own words, each one of us in our own words.
Yeah. I mean, there were songs that I talked about, and I was like, no, that's not meeting my definition of a ballad.
A ballad, it's storytelling. That's the best way to sum it up.
Yeah, like earlier in the week, I was thinking, I'm gonna put Croce Time in a Bottle, on there, and I was like, well, that's really not power, or it was a little bit off of what I was thinking. And there's a lot of great songs like that. I mean, I like Kiss from a Rose a lot, but I thought, well, that probably doesn't fit either. That's more pop, soul. All right, so let's do it. Do you guys have yours ranked in order, like what your favorite is?
No, I'm in no particular order.
Okay, well, let's do it this way then. So we're going to throw out 15 songs we love, and we'll just do round robin. We'll let Shark start. What's the first one you love, Sean?
Moving right along by the Muppets.
This is my number 5. So we shit on this group a lot, but we have to give them a little credit too. Beth from Kiss is on my list.
It's actually a good song.
Yeah, there's not many from Kiss, but this one and also Hard Luck Woman are kind of some of my favorites.
There are no good Kiss songs that Gene Simmons sings for sure.
All right, that's my first one. What do you guys got?
Jakey?
I'm gonna go Lita Ford and Ozzy Osbourne. Close My Eyes Forever.
I like that one. I remember the videos.
All right.
was
This is
cute.
probably the most
Killer ballad. Killer.
recent song I have on my list, and it's a 90s song. It's going to be U2 1. I loved that song first time I heard it. Still love it to this day.
I didn't
Over
even put
with
that
or
on my
without you.
radar.
Oh yeah, I think this is the more substantial song.
Over
I
with
lose?
you.
With or without you
With or
is
without you.
like look at the lyrics. Look at the lyrics to one. They're more substantial.
I will tell you this. So when I was in boarding school, I had Octum Baby, and one was played repeatedly. So I agree. I mean, I don't disagree with it.
Hmm.
It's
All right,
it's a hell of a song.
My next one is Nothing Compares to You, written by Prince, sung by Sinead O'Connor.
Hold up. Who's it written by?
Prince.
Who is that?
That's Prince. Guy
One
from
more time.
Minneapolis.
Third time's the charm.
Prince.
All right, Scott. It's been said 16 times tonight. We
Yeah.
now know.
Well, we now know what I already knew before I ever logged on tonight. But okay, I think everybody knows Prince wrote that song.
I don't think
Excellent.
everybody knows.
He actually recorded it. Like if you get his hits, there's a version of it on there.
Okay.
I can eat
Um,
dinner in a fancy restaurant. I can.
I would say this song's probably top 5 ballad, like all-time top 5 ballad. And that would be Night Ranger's Sister Christian.
I like that one. I was stuck on that song for a long time, and the drummer sings it.
He does.
All right, Scott, what do you got?
All right, I'm going to go with one of those controversial ones, and I'm going to put it on the good list. I think it's authentic, sounds good. I'm going. Every rose has its thorn. Poison.
Just like every night.
I agree. I think it does belong.
I love that song, but I also know it's also on the crap list for many people too. It's amazing.
Thomas,
Especially that one is definitely on all
Yeah.
the bad list and all the good lists.
Thomas, I do agree with that. I do agree that it can cross over because you could say Whitney Houston, "I Will Always Love You," right? You could put that, in the mix.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that, but that is one of the greatest ballads ever in
yeah.
music. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can go beyond rock. So I agree with that statement.
I just didn't put it on my list, but I wouldn't argue
did
that
I.
somebody had it
Nor did
on
I.
their list.
But if it's on a list, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't.
And I
crap on
guarantee you that song is not on anybody's crap list. That's a great song.
it. Mm-mm.
Whose
So is
turn?
it back? I think it's back to Sean.
What was your last one, Jakey?
Mine was Night Ranger, Sister
That's right,
Sister
Night Ranger,
Christian.
Sister Christian.
And
My next
then-
one is I've been at a wedding and we were all at the same table singing it our lungs out with this one. It's What It Takes by Aerosmith. I was choosing I wanted
What
to
It
put two
Takes, yeah.
Aerosmiths, but What It Takes, and I love Angel, but I did What It Takes because it bring I sing
I
along
probably
with
would have done Angel or Dream On over.
I
What
would
It
have done
Takes.
What It Takes. I like What It Takes.
What It Takes
Dude.
is just so awesome.
That's a great ballad.
And I now would know what FINE fine means from that song. So there you go. All right, next, Jakey.
I'm gonna go. Is This Love? White Snake.
Good one. Good one. I like that one.
I think that's a middle song. I don't love it, don't hate it. It was a hit though.
It's a great album.
Okay, I'm gonna do one here because this band, like happens to bands, it happened to Aerosmith. Aerosmith was told to bring in outside writers, and what happened? They had huge hits when they did that for the comeback because they did. Aerosmith did "Done with Mirrors," which totally flopped,
Yeah, that was
and then the record company said you need to bring in
permanent
outside,
vacation.
and you had Permanent Vacation after that. So.
So good.
This happened to this group, and they didn't, and they brought two ballads to them, and the record company said, we'd like you to do one of these two. And the first one they played was Look Away, which eventually went to Chicago, and Cheap Trick hated that and said, we're not doing that. The next one they didn't love, but they said we could do that. And that one is The Flame by Cheap Trick. Matter of fact, I think it took a long time for Cheap Trick to actually, and they had their biggest hit ever with the song. And it took a long time for them to embrace that because they would not play it in concert for many, many years. They do now. The past 10 years, they've, you got to get over yourself and say, the fans love it, and a lot of the people coming, that's their favorite Cheap Trick song, sing the song. And I like it because Robin Zander's vocals on it
They're great.
is dynamite on that song. So that's why I said it's a fine line between being a little too sappy and pulling it off. And I think Robin Zander pulled it off on The Flame. Love that song. I don't understand Stacy's.
Well,
I'm
we'll just
winning
go with
this
it because
damn
I'm
thing.
winning. We're just going to go with it right
I'm
now.
winning this segment.
5'9".
My next one, and I know, and is Silent Lucidity, Queensryche.
Oh, good one.
That's a great song.
Shit,
That
I
is
didn't think
such
of that.
a
That's
great song. and
great. Good
It's
pick,
different
Sean.
than it's a lot different than most ballads too. It's got
Wow.
a great sound to it.
That's
Damn
almost
it.
that's almost a prog song.
Yeah, I
Um,
might put Sean in the lead on that.
That's a good one.
That was a
Beautiful
a
song.
damn,
Look at that.
damn
But yeah,
good
take a
pick.
listen. If you're not familiar with it, look it up. I do like that song a lot.
Yeah, it's very Pink Floydish.
Yeah. Next.
Yeah, I thought
Who's up
so.
next?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Journey, Open Arms. Got to. They're the kings of power ballads.
It's a good song.
Of course, it's a no-brainer, right? It's nothing that it's
You don't know
like
Silent
everybody
Lucidity,
knows.
Stacy? Put it on your list for tomorrow night if you're doing a show tomorrow night, Stacy.
Stacy, you don't know The Flame?
Talk about Silent Lucidity too.
Oh,
Stacy
yeah.
is gonna
Silent
listen.
Lucidity.
Dentist, I did What It Takes instead of Angel, but I love Angel. I can hear it in the wind, that song.
I would have thought. I mean, maybe Dream On would have been the easy pick. So okay, I do think What It Takes is a great song. But I think that's like their Dream On is like their anthem.
But it's been done. We've heard over it, and even Steven Tyler didn't remember singing it. So
Well, many rock stars didn't remember.
all right. So who's next? I think we lost track here.
I think it's me,
Ghost
All
guy.
right.
and I'm going to go with a group that I think this is the more authentic ballad and the better ballad. They had a much bigger hit with another ballad, and that group is Foreigner. I'm going Waiting on a Girl Like You. I love that. The other, what is them? Want to Know What Love Is? No, that jumped the Shark Tank for me. That was too much.
What's wrong with sharks?
It's just, I thought, okay, I put it in the faithfully category. It's like, okay, we had a big hit with a ballad. Let's do something kind of exactly like that, except worse. So, Waiting on a Girl Like You, that comes on today. I still love that song.
It's a great song.
All right. So back to me. My next one is from the Black Crowes. She Talks to Angels.
That's a good song.
That rockin' song. It just rocks out. Man, I just love that song.
That's a little off the beaten path too. You got that bluesy rock sound on that.
Mm-hmm. It's just
Hell
an
of a song,
amazing
though.
song.
Hell of a song. Yeah, I mean, you hear the riff, you know it.
Yeah, as soon as you hear the guitar, right, the first few notes, you know. All right, Jakey.
Well, my last pick
Faithfully.
is a no-brainer because it's probably one of the greatest ballads ever as well, and that would be Prince, Purple Rain.
Good one.
Good pick. That is a fantastic song.
Bring out the lighters, damn it!
I thought it was Faithfully you're going to bring up because me and you go ice skating together, and that would be
Look, Faithfully, I mean, Journey's, one of the best bands to
They're like power ballad, like
masters.
Yeah.
Don't Stop Believing. I mean, you can name several.
Yeah, but that's like Don't Stop Believing is like a mid-tempo song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
All right.
still.
So Scott, what's your last pick of the 5?
And mine were in order. So this is my favorite
Mine were in order too.
power ballad song. It's Love Hurts by Nazareth.
No.
Talking about a great vocal delivery. That's what sells that song.
Yeah.
That's what sells the record. Okay, so of the 5 that we had, what was your favorite pick, Sean, of your 5? I'm going to say Queensryche.
Silent the City, because it's a little different than.
I don't think what I like about it is I don't think anybody would have picked it, and it's a hell of a song.
I think, like, if you look at all 15 we threw out here, I think, like,
I don't even think that was on the 100.
I think Silent Lucidity and Purple Rain are probably okay. There's something very special about Purple Rain too.
Purple Rain is amazing. What is yours, Scott? What is your best? What is your top pick?
Mine's
of
Purple.
Your 5?
Oh, my 5. The Love Hurts, Nazareth.
Okay. Yeah. Mine's tough because Purple Rain is an unbelievable song, but damn it, I love Close My Eyes Forever. I love Ozzy and Leah. I think it was a great
See, I never loved that song. I thought, well, that's okay.
Purple Rain's probably my number 1, but my Silent Lucidity, my sleeper would be Close My Eyes Forever.
Okay, what do you guys? I have a question. The next one that, like, what was your number 6? What didn't quite make the list, but you wanted it to be there?
Mine would probably be Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone by Cinderella. I really like that song.
Because mine was between Angel. Well,
Scott wins cheesiest. Stacy!
I out of my list, but yeah. So my backups were Angel from Aerosmith, but then my number 6 I put on here on my paper as Against All Odds, Phil Collins.
Great song.
Was my number 6, and that could have easily been. And I felt bad for Kiss because I'm never going to mention them in a top anything, so I put Beth as number 5. It almost became Phil, but I felt bad for Kiss because I crap on them all the time.
I mean, Beth is a really solid song. Yes. Yeah. Jake, I'm like you, Sean. My favorite 2 songs by Kiss is sung by Peter Criss. Hard Luck Woman is my other.
Scott, what was yours?
Love Hurts.
No, you're the one that didn't make it.
Cinderella. Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone.
All right, so now.
By the way,
hold up, Sean. I haven't given mine.
Oh,
yet.
You still haven't come up with one?
Well, it's kind of hard. I'll be honest with you because there are a couple of songs. I kind of consider it a ballad in a sense, but I think I'm just going to cheat and throw out 2 songs. Rolling Stones, Can't Always Get What You Want. I think is kind of there and a little up tempo, but it's a hell of a song, and that's Peter Gabriel's "In Your Eyes."
That's a good one.
That's a good one. All right, so I guess we've done those. So what about our turds? Our 2 turds.
Aha!
I mean, I had a bunch. There was a lot, but I got my list down to 2.
Let's take a few dumps.
Really listening to them. So my first turd was number 2. And I figured I had to balance out the Kiss world of mine, and it's Forever by Kiss is my number 2 turd ballad. Sorry, Michael Bolton.
Yeah, Forever, written by. That's a pretty bad one. It's pretty cheesy.
Yeah. Right.
Although I will say, I do think it's a terrible song. I do think it's one of Paul Stanley's better vocal performances, though. He sounds good on it. It's cotton candy.
All right, Jakey, what is your first of the 2 turds?
Well, a gigantic turd on a phenomenal album, because that's kind of what we did, right? Like, I think turds on great albums, right? Mine would be Andy Summers of The Police on the album Synchronicity. That turd would be Mother. Monster turd.
All right. Mine is going to be, and I'm not a Bon Jovi hater. Matter of fact, I love a couple. The Bon Jovi had a mixed success with trying to write ballads. I don't think he was very good at them.
So just be careful, because I think if you crap on a Bon Jovi song, there's going to be a limo full of bachelorettes for a bachelorette party that's going to pull to your house, come in and kick your ass, and then drive away.
Well, this song, I could have wrote this song in 3rd grade. Okay. And that song is I'll Be There For You.
I'll be there for
It
you.
irritates the crap out of me. It's
These
so
3 words I say to
It's
you when I
bad.
breathe. I
It's
want to be
horrible.
the air for you.
If you want a good good Bon Jovi power ballad, Bed of Roses is a good power ballad too.
I live and I die for you.
All right, my next turd, and you guys might not remember it, but this was this band's #1 song of their biggest chart-busting whatever. And this is the song called Honestly by Stryper. If you're not familiar with it, look it up, watch the video, because the video is very grainy. And when you listen to it, the way he starts singing, it sounds like a woman. And if you see the video's grainy, he's got long hair and he's wearing this puffy shirt. So you're not sure if it's a woman or a guy singing. It sounds like a guy, but the video, you're like, maybe it isn't. Maybe there was a woman in the band. But honestly, is a bad song by Stryper. Listen to it, and you'll be, what the hell is this? And it was their most successful song commercially.
Well, Sean played it for us before the show, and that's my first exposure to it, and I will not be listening to it again.
I heard 10 seconds
It's
of it and threw it in the
horrific.
trash.
It's horrific.
So honestly, it is bad. Listen to it.
Tom, let me tell you something about Bon Jovi, okay? Bon Jovi is one heck of a Japanese artist, and his version of I'll Be There For You is probably better than Bon Jovi's, or Ben Jovi, as Scott called him one particular time.
I will say this. I mean, Living on Prayers classic, but Heartland Rock Bon Jovi is good Bon Jovi. Like, I think he had a lot of identity. Whenever he does stadium rock, I hate that crap. Like Raise Your Hands and all that. That's bad. When he does Have a Nice Day or Just Older or My Life or It's My Life, that's good Bon Jovi. That's good rock right there.
All right, Stacy.
All right.
Are you here?
You're gonna win with this one. It better be good. It better be really bad to win.
Hold up.
Please
She knows I got feeling. I care. Is that what you want to hear? I love you. I love you. That's off of At Close Range. That's the best Christopher Walken imitation you're going to get from me. I got feeling. Okay. Great scene with he and Sean Penn, by the way.
Get on with it, Jake.
I just can't stand the song. I think it's horrible. And she's a great artist, super talented. But Bad Blood by Taylor Swift is a gigantic turd of a song.
You're not making
Jake's episode
even if
just
she doesn't
went
like the
in
song
the
that much,
toilet.
It is a Taylor turd. A Taylor turd. Many great songs, very talented, but Bad Blood is a turd. Every time I hear it, I'm just like, done.
Wow.
You don't pull on Superman's cape, Jake.
Yeah, you don't make friends with that.
I'm waiting for a big
there's probably
brown paper bag of
outside of your house right now making bracelets that say "Kicks Jake's butt" on it.
I just think it's a turd to me. There are so many other songs that I could listen to.
Now you're
that
trying
are
to make
better.
amends. Now you're trying to make amends. So I like some other Taylor Swift songs. Name 3.
I probably can't. I probably couldn't. But Bad Blood, I thought was what? Bad Blood was horrible. He just signed his death warrant.
Stacey's gone.
She left.
She's driving to Texas right now.
Like she is not responded at all. Like I have a feeling there's going to be a personal text message that's going to come in.
Yeah,
you're fighting words. Well, listen,
your pet rabbit will be dead in the morning.
Boiling. Not good. Look, I mean, when you talked about two turds, immediately Mother was the first, and then the second was, well, look, I could find some old songs, but let's think of some new stuff.
You said, I'm going to look at a Taylor Swift song and put a Taylor Swift song.
No, I didn't look. It just came to mind. I'm like, I've always hated Bad Blood. I never thought it was a good song.
It's like reality TV. Somebody gave that answer to Jake just to
Yeah.
dream up drama.
No one gave
Yeah.
it to me. That just came
Yeah,
out.
the producers, the producer of the show that we're not aware of
Like,
said,
hey, we need
why
a
do
little
that?
drama, Jake. We need some drama
Wait a
going
minute,
on.
this
here in
show
the
is produced.
Now, Bad
Yeah.
Blood from
This
Neil
production-
Sedaka. Dude, I have not seen Stacy. Stacy left.
She fell out of her chair. She's done.
She got up and was like, "This is click." And like we just got
She
turned
shut
off.
us off. She's
Well,
done.
we just lost a follower, so
Yeah, we just lost a follower.
we only have 4. We can't afford to be pissing them
So,
off.
Jake, you might even be blocked on Whatnot. I don't know. You
Yeah,
might
it's
wanna check.
possible. Listen, for the record, just to okay, I did tell her, hey, it's not a personal attack.
All
I
this
love you.
disturbance-
I
There's
care for you,
disturbance in the force.
and I know she loves some TT.
She can't type right now because her hands are shaking too bad. That's why you're not
She's
getting a
so-
reply.
That could,
Angry.
maybe the laptop got thrown. It's like Jake just thrown.
I'm just gonna say there's probably some bad blood between the two of you now.
She's taking the red eye to give Jake the black eye.
Dead man walking. All right, have we got Sean? Did you do your second one?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I did.
Okay, so I got the last. Okay, I got to start. I know we're gonna have a lot of hubbub about the Taylor Swift, but I have got this one. Like I'm coming around to lap all these other turds. I got a song written by a man that never would have been written by a woman, and that is Heart. All I want to do is make love to you. What a piece of shit that song is.
So much that he cursed this evening.
yes,
It's
he doesn't-
terrible.
he is
The first time
on
I
the
heard it, I was
record.
like, that's horrific. Mutt Lang, who I respect Mutt Lang, he's written some really good songs. See the Millions of Dollars that Shania Twain has. But that one was just too much. That's like, we just need a radio hit too much. It's
We
and
should have
then
Jake
just
read the lyrics to that song, or at least.
oh, the
some-
lyrics are ridiculous. It is the worst power ballad song ever recorded in the history of music.
Look, hey, listen, my pick made the show interesting tonight. My one turd made this show relevant. I could get you might not see me again. You shut your mouth.
It was a rainy night when he came into sight, standing by the road with no umbrella, no coat. So I pulled up alongside and offered him a ride.
What woman is
accepted
going to
with a
what woman is
smile.
going to pick up a stranger in a
drove
raincoat
a
on a
while.
rainy night? It ain't
I didn't
happening.
ask him his name. This lonely
She
boy in the
goes-
rain. Fate tells me it's right. It's this love at first sight. Please don't make it wrong. Stay for a night. Because all I want to do is make love to you. Say you will. You want me to. All I want to do is make love to you. I got loving arms to hold on to. So we
Listen.
found this hotel. It was a place I knew well. So she's going to this hotel quite regularly.
So
So
she's driving down
Alone?
the road. Go
Yes,
ahead, Jake.
alone is great. Never is great. These dreams, great. Those are three ballads.
but my
So,
thing
okay,
is,
one
if
turd.
she knows this hotel well. So does like the guy say, "Hey, there's this lady that's going to drive by this Thursday night. She's going to take you to this hotel she knows well. So go hang out
Stacy,
there because she does it all the time."
Oh, good. Thank God Stacy went Bad Blood. Isn't that great? Yes.
But she also couldn't name 3 songs from Taylor Swift.
Probably not. I probably
See,
could.
So you're in the shit list.
But no. But she said, "Shake It Off." I know, "Shake It Off." Okay,
Red,
and
Red.
I know Red.
Yeah,
And
Red.
what
Got
is
the three.
Delicate? Delicate's one as well, which I don't think Delicate is terrible.
So,
But Bad Blood is a turd. Shake It Off, I think, is kind of catchy, Stacy. But
Well, it's an earworm.
you
that
were a true Swiftie. Okay, you were a Tay connoisseur. So I would like to know what your Tay turd of the.
What do you
evening
guys?
is.
What is your worst power ballad? Put it in the chat. What do you think?
Well,
is
we
the
were
worst
talking
power
about Heart, and it was mentioned on Discord. I know Floyd, I think, hates Dog and Butterfly. So there's another
ballad? He made
ballad that
magic that night. Oh, he did everything right. He brought
Oh,
the woman out of me so many times.
I'm telling you, people, read the lyrics to all
in
of
the
them.
morning when he
it
woke,
makes
all I
no
left was a
sense.
note.
I stand by my comment. No
This is-
woman is going to write those lyrics
Well,
in a
this is
song.
where the worst lyrics of it is. I told him, I am the flower, you are the seed. We walked in the garden, we planted a tree. Don't try to find me, please. Don't you dare. Just live in my memory. You'll always be there.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Oh, God.
Maybe she had to
Drive
drive
there
through
for
there
work.
for work.
Yeah. Well, if she's a woman of the night, that's where she would go.
Hey, she's
quicker.
going to pick up a guy in a raincoat.
Look,
at
man,
night?
it was
In the rain, he didn't have
storming
rain.
outside. I mean, shit. She could have had bad beer goggles. Who knows? Right?
But she-
Maybe
she-
the guy looked. Hey,
anything
maybe the guy
she's
looked like.
drinking and driving, and that's wrong
Hey,
too.
maybe the dude looked like Rutger Hauer. Right? Picks him up.
Like in The Hitcher or whatever? Like, come on.
Hey,
You gotta pick him
Rutger
up.
was a
Oh,
handsome
and
man in
guys,
his
and
day.
it doesn't end because then it happened one day. We came around the same way. You can imagine his surprise when he saw
When he
his own
saw
eyes.
his own
He
eyes.
said, please understand. I'm in
please
love with another
understand,
man.
I'm in love with
And
another
what he
man.
couldn't give me, oh whoa,
Was the
only
one
little thing that
thing
you can.
that you can.
How horrible is that? That is so bad.
All I want to do is make
That's what-
love it to
It
you.
wins the worst ballad in music history, period. It's
I would
it's
say
so
it's
bad.
it's pretty bad. But
It
you know
got so
one
much
song that almost made the list, Scott,
Hmm.
was Almost Paradise.
almost
Off of-
paradise.
That's a good
Now
song.
that it's
That's a
out of
good
TV
little
show.
duet.
Now it's
Mike
kind of
Reno has a good voice too.
is it
for
Love
those
Okay.
Island
songs.
or one of those?
Her Tay Tay Tur to Shake It Off. So see, Stacy and I are good. I am not getting murdered this evening. She actually kind of agreed.
Well, we were worried because she disappeared. We're like, oh, maybe he fell, maybe she fell, maybe
She
she
jumped
has
in her
wanted to
car.
know.
She's driving to
That's why I
uh,
love Stacy. See, she
Round
man,
Rock
she
right now.
knows. She can admit. That's what I'm waiting for.
All right, so that's the conclusion of that segment. It was a segment that was a lot of fun, and I was because when I originally did because we had ballads, and of course since Scott said ballads, I immediately thought Kermit the Frog, Rainbow Connection. That's a ballad, and then he did power ballads in that. Like, oh,
Hold up, you're mad at me about Delicate. Do you not like Delicate? I actually thought Delicate wasn't terrible.
So and I also thought Long and Winding Road. I love that song. It's a great.
That's a good song.
But we did power ballads, so
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that
there's
was-
so many songs. I mean, both good and bad. You
Yeah.
know.
They're not really turds. The radio overplays them and ruins it for everyone, which turns them into turds. Basically, the radios digest the songs, and what comes out of it from radio play is a radio turd.
It's not like a lump of coal and you squeeze and you get a
I
diamond.
don't know. I mean, some of those songs are records.
Correct. Wasn't terrible. Yeah, I think Delicate is actually a good song. I don't think it's a turd at all. But I do like Shake It Off kind of, but I can understand you saying it being a turd because yes, it was overplayed. Bad Blood was overplayed, and when I first heard it, I'm like, I just don't like I don't know, lyrically, I don't know, I just didn't like it.
I agree with you, Stacey. That probably is her best ballad. It's kind of like a prog rock ballad. It just goes on and on and on.
On and on.
How about that? See, we are all good. I like that shirt there, Sean.
I actually have one too that
Even though you're
It's-
like trying to take it off during the show, I don't know what's going on here.
I have one also that has it's got all the genres of music filled into that space. That's pretty cool too.
Hmm.
But all right, so guys, if you have any questions, this is the time where we, when we don't usually end under 2 hours, but we're kind of close. But if there's any questions or comments or anything you want to ask, this is the time. And also, what is your? I don't think anyone really put in what ballad they hate the most in the chat. You guys-
Yeah, let's see it, people. I mean, can you beat All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You? After you've heard that lyric reading by Sean, I mean, that just emphasizes how
we need
bad a
Jake
song.
from the hot tub singing that,
Yes,
talking the lyrics to that.
What's like? Yeah, let's hear some of y'all's turds.
I don't know. I think they're afraid. Homework for you three is to listen to Sabbath's Changes. I'm prepared to die on this hill. All right.
I think that's a great song. I think that's a great pick.
Why can't this be Love, Van Halen?
Great song.
Yeah. There's so many great ones. Here I Go Again. Here's my take on Here I Go Again. If Tawny Kitaen is not on the hood of that car, I think it's half the song.
Is that we were talking about the song actually before the show, and my point is I don't think that's a ballad. I think that's
It's like a road song, like right
That's
out
a damn.
it's
like
got
a
big
makeout song.
it's got a big hook in it, big guitar hook in it. So I actually loved that song when it was out.
I
The
did too.
records. I think the record's great. It's a
I
great
want to
album.
know what love is pretty freaking horrible too. Is that your favorite?
That's on the favorite and the worst list. It's on both the lists I looked at. It's funny that
Something
that
to believe in. That's your favorite. I'm getting I'm gonna piss a lot of people off because they're naming a lot of really crappy ones, and it might be their.
We're not sure if
favorites.
they're talking about crappy ones or good ones.
Are these turds or are
November
these
Rain
your-
is a great song. Yes,
Yeah, it's actually in the list I had here. That was number one on their list.
it was in my top 10. November Rain was.
Yeah, it was number one. So this sheet I printed out, number one was November Rain. Number two was Home Sweet Home Motley Crue. 3, Every Rose Has Its Thorn. 4 was I'll Be There For You.
High Enough is a good ballad.
Love Bites was number 5. Heaven Warrant. I Don't
I'm
Want to Miss a
naming
Thing
worse.
was 7. Sister Christian was 8. Open Arms was number 9. And Alone from Heart was number 10.
Great ballad. I'll tell you.
Number 11 was More Than Words of
I was about to tell you that. I was about to say the song that like nobody's talked about is More Than Words. That's a great song.
That is a great song.
I love you. There's no
I do not like November Rain, but I think it's because of the video. I just love Slash driving off the damn cliff.
It is Slash's birthday today, by the way, guys.
It's
He's
like
61.
that was my thing. It's like, hey, oh great, he's driving off a damn cliff.
I always liked that song. I didn't see the video. I was over in Germany when it was released, but
So Stacy,
the piano in it's so good.
I'm going to answer your question. Originally, Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water was on my list. But when I started going kind of at a few 80s, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can. It's probably one of the best ballads ever. Definitely the best ballad.
Kind of said power ballad, so it kind of.
But as soon as I started, I was like, oh God, a couple of 80 songs, I put it out. But it was originally on my list.
Because it's amazing. A lot of great ballads that we didn't. Because obviously it's a 5. And probably our like for all of us, our top ballads is probably that prime time when, 15 to 20. Those are the songs we heard. Those usually fall into those lists more.
Babe is a turd.
Thank you for saying it. I didn't want to say anything, Cheryl, because I was like, when it first came up, I was like, oh yeah, she's saying turd. I'm like, I don't know, that might be Babe is a turd. Now Lady is good. Lady, that is often cited as the first power ballad.
Really?
Yeah, Lady by Styx. That was like early 70s.
I think Bridge Over Troubled Water. That's
not a power ballad. Power ballad, not ballad. Power ballad.
Rock. You want power ballad?
Yeah, power ballad.
Yeah, it was very close to Love Hurts because Love Hurts was early too, but Lady came out before. Love Hurts.
You don't think Stairway to Heaven is a power ballad?
No, it's an epic
journey.
anthem. Yeah.
It's a story.
It's an epic journey, but it's
I would put it. I would
another
put
one of those
Stairway
songs
to
that has
Heaven.
like 3 parts to it.
I would put it as a power ballad.
3-part song.
It is a damn power ballad in 3 parts.
The last part's the best part. It is. That's my favorite part of that song. I just listen to the whole song to get to when they rock it out.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know what else you guys want to talk about, but I guess we're a little short this week, but that's all right too. I don't know what we got going on in the future. What do we have going on for next week? Do we have anything lined up or?
I'm not sure. I think it's Chris. I got to look at that chat thread, but I think he said next. I think he said next week.
Yeah,
but we got some cool. I got to work out some dates. Been talking to Johnny. Johnny's on the verge of getting back into action, so I think he's going to be late August coming back, and we're going to bring Thor on. He's has some interest. and then we'll get some of. We need to get Joe back on. There's some. We just need. I've been having a trouble. Like people say, yes, I want to be on, and then they all say the same damn date. So, that's how we end up not having people on because the dates aren't working for people. So I'm gonna start trying to build out. I think I don't know when Stacy is coming back with the
September tentatively at this point,
for
right?
women. So yeah, we got to get a 6-week calendar, get some people booked up. But we got a bunch of people we can bring back. We probably got 6-7 more shows before we reach our album limit. But so I want to get Joe back on because I think we need a little bit more blues in there.
Do we now?
We do. I don't know if we need Joe back on, but we need more blues.
Exactly.
Considering
he's going to come on and be like, hey,
Joe said
I'm
he
gonna
would
pick
talk
my
about barbecue
first record.
sauces before Power Ballads.
My first record I'm going to mention is Crest of a Knave.
Of course, he's already went to bed, or we would see him in
He
chat.
passed out.
But,
He passed out.
Yeah, his bedtime is 9, so you're lucky to see him after 9.
Yes, it came out in 1970. That is correct.
Need more hip hop.
Need more. That's true too.
Well, you got to tell your friends to
Packers
quit.
Freak would be a good hip hop guy.
Stacy, you got to tell your friends when you come on, quit adding classic rock. Stacy brings on the women; they add classic rock.
But maybe Packers Freak. He's a big hip hop guy.
What's harsh, Tom?
You are.
What's
He'd be good.
harsh?
We are short on hip hop, though.
Yeah, considering I'm the one who puts them in, and I'm by
Well,
no means hip hop.
I mean, the women did put a few hip hop in,
Yeah.
so we got to get it more hip hop. We probably need 4 or 5 more jazz records before we finish out.
Yeah.
too.
So in the Discord, guys, put some songs that record titles that you think we've really been lacking, genres, and you have a great album. All right.
Only when Jake is on vacation. Anyone interested in listening to the new Charlie album tonight? I'll be on in a couple hours with listening party. Okay, very cool.
There you go. Not wanting Joe back. That's why you were being harsh.
Well, first there's Bon Jovi, and now there's Jow Williamson. Let's get Jow back in here. Let's bring Jow.
I think Tom's been hitting the homebrew tonight.
Tom's been hitting shots, son. Just hey, a little Bon Jovi action. Hey, you should be messing with Jow. All right,
you have to do that in a partial Australian accent, Jake.
Well, if
you can't do that about Jow. I said a boot. That's more Canadian.
You guys need to help Floyd. He wants to be on. He does?
I don't know if he does. I'd love to do
come on.
I would even love to do a sideshow with a review.
He's going to get annihilated.
I'd love to do a sideshow with just maybe me and him one night and do a review.
I love Crosby, Stills, Nash too. All right.
You guys need what about Crosby, Stills? Where's that coming in?
Because Tom can't type tonight.
It might be I can't neither.
I'm Crosby, Stills, and Nash neither.
Tom always Thomas Bum always types like a drunk monkey. I don't know how he.
Both Toms are drinking tonight.
But Thomas types like me. It's so bad.
Yeah. I mean, whenever Thomas puts out a message, there's a 50% chance you're not going to be able to understand it.
And he puts a question mark at the end. Put it at the beginning, maybe, if you want to be seen.
I want to hear Danny for an hour just praising hip hop.
I think he's afraid because I'll make fun of him because he's a Mets.
Well, here I'm gonna this has been going on Thomas a couple years now. Sean admitted that he's the one that told
it was me, and I feel
Thomas
bad.
Bum he could put a question mark. Okay, this is a personal thing. Putting a question mark in front of everything you type is you're the same person that there's a line of cars, and you're the one that drives on the berm to go around everybody.
Yeah. It's like Thomas has the left directional on all the time.
I can neither confirm or deny. I tell you what, hey, do me a favor. Run the Bon Jovi. Go find that in your collection. It'll take you about 3 hours to sift through that. Run the Bon
It is
Jovi
my
for me.
fault.
Do a packing show.
Do you file that under Bon or Jokey?
And I have a task for everyone this week of those whatnotters. So if you share with us in the Discord on our 3 Men's Record, if you're watching a show and they say a name, they butcher the artist's name so bad that you have to let us know, please.
Well, Scott started with Ben Jovi.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time. Ben Jovi stuck for a long time.
Yeah.
Now we got Jow Williamson.
Yeah, Jowl.
Bring in Jow.
Send us a tag if you see something in a show. Maybe even I don't know. I don't know if you can. Well, no, just let us know. We don't want to know the person's name. Just how they mentioned the artist's name. I'd love to hear about it.
Okay, Paul Seaman was the best during the CD show.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had a good one on that when he was like, "Hey, we got a little Def Leppard here. We got some Metallica
we reversed this
and a little bit of Paul Seaman. Paul Seaman, Graceland.
We are literally picking on our viewers.
Rush Records did that in his show the other day. He totally mispronounced an artist's name, and I can't remember who it was. I was like, oh wow, maybe he doesn't know that artist.
He has no clue.
Waxacucci. You can't beat Waxacucci.
Waxacucci.
I mean,
that's a Brazilian press, I think.
It is. Hey, if you happen to come across a Paul Seaman Graceland, let me know. I'm interested. I bet that
Jake,
thing's
you know
a
what
rarity.
I just picked up? I got in the show is the radio intro. It's Graceland, but it's Paul Simon.
It's an interview.
It's the interview with the music. Yeah.
Yes, I had that. I sold that as a package deal, the interview and the album.
Yeah. So I got that.
Hold up. Tucker claims he did Ben Jovi.
I did Box Skaggs. But none of them beats Provolone Harem. I mean, Provolone Harem.
That was a typo, and I left it in there for you guys.
Provolone
Harem was in my shop for ages, and then I imported a new one, and I left it as Provolone.
A classic band and cheese.
Oh, I had to go in my show right now and look at my.
Well, when you hear me say Jimi Hendrix, a lot of the time it sounds like I'm saying Jimi Hendrix. With the D is silent. Hendrix. Crosley steals Nash.
Bonnie Tyler almost made the list. It almost made
somebody ran a Jeff Healey band as Jeff Hartley.
Jeff Hartley.
Hartley.
Did you see my comment? You said you need to grab that. I said nobody needs Jeff Hartley.
Nobody needs Jeff Hartley, dude. Jeff Hartley, come pick that up. Heck of a listen.
3 men on the
box of Skaggs.
3 men on their.
Yeah, it was Tom that caught it. He goes, "You got a typo with Box Skaggs." I was like, I don't know. That would have been a good name, Box Skaggs. He sings, railroad songs.
Yeah, it's like Boxcar Willie and Box Skaggs duet.
Box Skaggs, Silk Degrees, gotta buy it. Box Skaggs. 6 Degrees. Buy that album if you find it anywhere.
Okay, so I apologize for us making fun of you guys, but hey, we know you. You make fun
but
of
you
us.
Deserve it. You've been making fun of us for 35 episodes.
Yeah.
So we fired back tonight a little bit.
All right,
Tom is getting murdered.
Let's wind it down and let's talk about what we got going on for shows this week. And if anyone in the chat wants to put their show in, let me know.
Well, I'll be doing a show tomorrow morning, but when Tom goes live, I will be in Toothpaste King's room just putting out shout-outs of artists' names incorrect for his entire show.
Yeah, so check out Jake tomorrow morning at his 10.
We're going to go 9 a.m. Texas time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, and then we're going to be doing more $2 stats. Got a lot of stuff on now.
I know it's
Billie Eyelash.
I say Billie Eyelash just on purpose because if you've ever watched, there's a YouTube video of Rain. What's his name? Dwight from The Office.
Rainn Wilson. Rainn
Wilson goes to her house because she's a huge Office fan. And he says Billie Eyelash. So I kind of repeat that. But he went there and interviewed her and gave her Office trivia. And it was a pretty funny video. And then he gave her his gold medal from the Olympic medal show where they made the little things out of the yogurt pops, and that's why I say Billie Eilish, because he said
Sean,
Good cover, Sean.
I'll share it in the Discord.
Sean, I award you no points.
Julio Eyeglasses. That's another good one. Julio Eyeglasses. Eyeglasses.
Oh, that's great, dude. Here's another one by Julio Eyeglasses.
I think next week we should do a little discussion on misheard lyrics.
That is a classic.
Elton John, Rocket Man's got some
we'll
good ones.
At the next week, at the end of the show, if we have time, we'll do misheard lyrics.
Elton John's Rocket Man, which the correct lyric is "burning on a fuse out here alone." But, geez, just think of all the different ways people have sung that.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many things, and maybe we'll share that. Maybe we'll do some of that next week. That'll be kind of fun.
You could do the entire song of Yellow Ledbetter, Pearl Jam. You could just make shit. Make it up.
On the right. I love and my favorite Miss lyric, but it's on purpose, is "Hold Me Closer," Tony Danza. There's nothing better than that lyric. I'm sorry. I love "There's the bathroom on the right." And "Hold Me Closer," Tony Danza is my favorite one. It just works. It's just fun. And I'm mad that every time that when Elton John came to Philly, that Tony Danza didn't show up and come on stage at that time, because that would have been awesome
if Tony came on. Cool. I
don't
know what Julio Eyeglasses would have said.
Saturday morning and probably Sunday. I know Scott's been doing Wednesday nights and probably been doing there.
And since Sean
would show up another time this week, you never know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. And since Sean basically talked over me during the entire announcement, I will be on tomorrow morning.
Nobody cares, Jake.
Yeah,
probably.
Probably.
Come in and say hi and then leave. That's
this is the grill he has tomorrow. This is Lloyd Arnold, signed by Lloyd Arnold. This is in Gonzo's show tomorrow.
I have no idea who the hell.
That's got to be worth at least a quarter.
Yeah, and then, I mean, there's other people too. I don't know who they are.
So look, just so y'all know, all right.
And I discogged this record, and somehow it's a $40 record, and I don't think it is.
So it's not just affordable stuff I run. There are going to be some grails that I pulled from my collection that I'm selling, because I'll be honest, I need a little bit of cash.
Yeah, what do you got? What do you got?
I've got a 1995 sealed U.S. original press of Neil Young's Mirrorball with hype. And then I have a 1983 U.S. original press of Violent Femmes self-titled. But what's great about it is that the boys have autographed it on the back.
What are you listing that bad boy for?
So I think I'd have to look. It's in the store. I've got it in the buy it now. I think I have it for $250, $275.
All right, so make sure you guys follow him and check out that show tomorrow, and let's see if I can't wait to get my $2 Anita Bryant record from him.
But I've got affordable sealed stuff. Like, look, this is one of my favorite Levon Helm records. This is an original press that's sealed, but this isn't a $200, $80 record. It's very affordable. I like finding a lot, of affordable sealed stuff that you could just open and play. The Neil Young stuff, right? Like, you can go and get, like we were talking about, you can go and buy the box set and get a reissue of that record, but that's more of a collector item.
All right, and so I think that concludes the show this week, guys. So we'll see you tomorrow in Jakey's room. I don't know why I'm saying Jakey. I never say that. But tonight,
I have no idea why, when everyone's like, your name's Jake, when anyone comes up with a nickname, it is always Jakey Poo. Where the hell did that come from?
Well, you look like a turd sometimes. So there's the poo part.
Poo.
Your name's Jake.
Yeah, we can't curse on the show, so we got.
I really just want to flip the bird right now to Sean. Yeah. Hey, the biggest turd of the show is Jake. Well,
All right. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us, and we'll see you in the shows on the whatnot, and
I'll see you in the clubs.
and we'll
All
see you on
right.
Discord. I'm trying to add. You can see my dance moves on our Discord if you check that out.
Can you now?
Can you? And I challenge everyone else to put a video of them dancing to "Get Lucky" by Daft Punk into that chat.
I thought Adam said he would.
I'm
so-
hoping that I want to see more, and then maybe we can piece them together and do the whole song.
So, okay, since we're all about honesty, I didn't know that Daft Punk sang "Get Lucky."
You
Well,
didn't?
it's a Pharrell song. I mean,
Nope.
Pharrell is the one.
I
That
had no
sings,
clue.
Mhm.
I know the song. Didn't
and
know it was
Miles
Daft Punk.
Rogers on guitar. So now you're gonna buy the record from Stacy, and you're gonna learn.
Yeah. Jake doesn't never learn.
I'm thinking about looking for some sealed Julio eyeglasses.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with us this week. We'll see you next week.
Later.
Later. Bye.
Bye.